This is one of two remaining conference contests for the Lumberjacks.
Of course, they will have Stuttgart next week. They played Stuttgart earlier in the season, but that was a non-conference matchup. The Bruins have it. Trying to get it inside the danger spot, but unable to. Antonio Dubon chasing back the striker for the Jacks. Gets it back into play. And PA clears it. Maurice Washington tries to get control of it and kick that one away. Kind of misses a little bit. And Pulaski Academy now has possession once again. They're going down the left wing. Again, Washington tries to clear it, but gets it back out. Seth St. John, the captain today for the Lumberjacks, gets it into PA's portion of the field, but PA gets control once again, gets it inside. They've got a chance for a shot. Still not cleared away, and that one is going to sail high and go out for a goal kick.
A little bit of a break right there. Pulaski Academy had a pretty good look, and Warren wasn't able to get the ball cleared out. Chris Bowie there in goal, going to kick it away. He's got a great leg. We watched him play Arkansas Baptist a week or so ago, and this kid can absolutely boom a soccer ball.
Yeah, last time we did watch a soccer match for the Lumberjacks and carry it live, Seth St. John was hurt that night, so we're glad to see him back out on the field. He's been playing. I think that was just a one-match type thing with a little ankle problem.
And then Rob actually kind of, as a spectator, came and watched him play Arkansas Baptist last week, and we're missing a number of players. They only had 2 or 3 guys on the bench last week. They've got a couple more guys back in uniform today. So that'll hopefully benefit them as they try to beat Pulaski Academy.
I'll try to zoom in just a little bit more for you so you can get a good view of the field. And this ball is going to be brought back. It will be, I believe, a Lumberjack throw-in. Gets it in to Omar Macias down that right side on the edge of the box. Gets it back out to Yepes. Ball in. Dubon was there on the far post, but the pass just wasn't quite there. Gets to the goalie of PA, and he clears it away. Washington takes that one on the chest. Again, PA able to take possession. Back into their part of the field. A back pass. And finally knocked away, and it will be a throw-in for the Lumberjacks.
Prior to this contest, the Lady Jacks played and dropped a match to the Lady Bruins of Pulaski Academy, a very good girls team from Pulaski Academy. And if I remember correctly, has won multiple consecutive state championships. But prior to today, the girls soccer program here at Warren's been playing pretty well.
Joel Garay and Carlos Yepes both working for that one near the midfield. That ball knocked in. It's going to go hit the net on the backside, though, luckily, and that's out of play. It'll be a goal kick for the Lumberjacks. And the Jacks are going to need solid play from that back four to hold a consistent line. The Bruins, obviously, pretty well-disciplined team. Again, they've had a soccer program for quite a while. A lot of these guys have been playing in the Little Rock area since they were little kids. So this is a real test for the Jacks. Macias tries to get it through to Dubon. The pass is able to get through to Fernando Sereno. Now Pulaski Academy back on the attack. Working it across the field. That pass over the head of the right winger. Lumberjack throw in. Joel Gray takes it. Pulaski Academy wins possession. Chip down the right wing. The cross is in. Washington's there for the Jacks. Heads it, but not able to clear it away. And it will be knocked out. It will be a Bruin throw-in.
Inside 35 minutes here in the first half.
Again, score still 0-0 in the first half. Dubon's got it for the Jacks. Gets it over to Macias. Now back to Dubon. 3-on-3 situation. Pass not there, though, and the Pulaski Academy goalie will take it.
Got a whistle.
Got a whistle here. See what the call is.
Pulaski Academy's coach, he's trying to address the officials here from the sideline. Apparently he's not getting the answer he wants.
The only thing I could think of is this is some kind of this is an indirect free kick since it's inside the box. I'm wondering if it was because of an illegal touch or a back pass to the goalie is all I can think of. It's a pretty rare thing to see a free kick in this area, especially inside the box. Dubon will take it. This is a tough spot to kick this ball. You got to get it up and down over that wall pretty quick. So Dubon set. Might see a pass, but I think he'll take the shot. He does. Bounces back, and that's what happens. It's just tough to get that ball up and down in that short of a space. You really about 10 yards deeper, and that's a dangerous spot to take the kick, but the closer you get, the more difficult that becomes. Garay now has it again. He gets it over to Cedeno. Chip over, and it's going to be offside. Dubon was offside pretty clearly there. And again, you can't, when the pass is made, you can't be on the other side of the defense. And that's basically, again, made so that you don't have folks standing on one end of the field. Unfair advantage if that occurred. That's pretty amazing. I actually, Chris, up until about 3 or 4 days ago, I didn't even know there was such thing as an indirect free kick inside the box. And I'm guessing that's what that was. It's the only thing I know of that could be a free kick inside the box other than a penalty kick. And obviously that was not a PK because it wasn't from the spot. But that's a pretty rare thing to see if that's what that was. And I'm still not 100% positive.
No, I think that was kind of part of the problem on PA side. They weren't real clear, I don't believe, on the situation either.
Shot taken well wide of the goal. Let's see if we can get that camera tilted just a little bit more. There we go. So our scoreboard won't be in the way. That's a perfect location right there. We'll keep it about that height. So now Bowie will take the goal kick for the Jacks. Gets it to midfield. Macias tips it over. Dubon chasing after it. Oh, and he almost got on the end of that. Gray gets it back to Carlos Yepes. Yepes fighting for it. And the Bruins have a good bit of size on this club, as you can see, and a little bit of lackadaisical with possession. It'll be Warren throw-in. And ball knocked up just on the edge of the penalty box. And the Bruins finally clear it away.
That's going to get out.
And it will be a throw-in for the Jacks.
Well, so far, almost 10 minutes in, Rob, and the Lumberjacks competed pretty well here early. PA's had some shots on goal that have been a little off the mark.
Luckily for the Lumberjacks, we've had some threatening moments as well offensively. But of course, anytime you get somebody like Antonio Dubon with that's a handball right there on Cedeno, and pretty clear cut right there as he tries to. That ball going to be hit to the left side of the goal, and will go out for a goal kick. But anytime you get the kind of speed with Antonio Dubon and even Omar Macias, a lot of pressure back there on any defense. And we've got several guys. We've got Joel Garay, Carlos Yepes, several offensive guys. Seth St. John, of course. Nobody works harder out there than him. And I wouldn't want to be covering him. I know that.
Extremely athletic young man. Definitely very athletic.
And right there, I believe that was Ezekiel Rodriguez coming up to clear that away. Looks like we may have a free kick. Oh, it may have been offsides. Macias fighting for it after the free kick. Actually got a piece of it, but wasn't able to control it. Now Pulaski Academy working it down the right wing. That ball gets out of play. Lumberjack throw in.
We've had more whistles here in the first 10 minutes of this match than we've had any of the games that we've covered this year, I believe.
Yepes takes it. It will be handball on Pulaski Academy. So free kick here for Joel Gray. What were you saying?
Anybody that's been with us since we covered that season opener and program opener against Sheridan earlier in the year can really appreciate how much better both these boys and girls programs have gotten throughout the course of the year. And this boys program, they're battling for a bid in the state tournament.
Dangerous spot here for the Jacks. Finally, we get a hold of it. Gray's got it. Tries to get it back through to Yepes. And now the Bruins working it through. You can see that crisp passing game. This isn't their first time to play this game, obviously. A lot of kids with a lot of experience out there. Finally, Warren wins it back over, and that's a clean tackle. Cedeno tries to get a hold of it, and they're going to call what they're going to say a foul. So it'll be a free kick for Pulaski Academy after Cedeno's caught for the foul. We don't have a roster for Pulaski Academy. That ball is knocked out. Again, PA throw-in. 0-0 the score with 28 minutes and 24 seconds left here in the first half. The throw-in is going to go out for a goal kick. So Bowie will take the goal kick for the orange and black. And even though we haven't had a serious scoring opportunity as of yet, Chris, I'm not unpleased with Warren's performance so far.
No, not at all. They've it's been back and forth, and we've put a little pressure on them in places.
Pulaski Academy by now knows that they're in for a fight. It's not going to be an easy ball game. Washington clears that away. And really, I think when we've been vulnerable this year, Chris, in the few games that we've been able to watch, it's really been down the wings a couple of times, but I would say just on over the top passes, we sometimes get caught kind of watching play instead of being part of it back there. And that's just mental mistakes. That's all stuff that can be cleared up. And if you're Coach Rusty Dinsmore, you've got to be happy with that. And this is one of those times where your defense has to be prepared. Bowie comes out, and your goalie was prepared right there.
And Chris Bowie is extremely athletic. Not only has the kid got a great leg, but he's very athletic back there in the goal. Really a real toolsy kid.
So his clearance gets out of play. It'll be a throw-in for PA. Garay gets it for the Lumberjacks. Gets it back over to St. John, not able to contain it. And now it's Pulaski Academy once again on the attack. A nice play by Carlos Yepes, just getting a piece of that one. And that slows him up just enough. Dubon gets back. Now Washington comes forward, gets a hold of it, chips it back over the top. Once again, we see down that right wing a clearance needed, and there it comes. So it'll be PA throw-in. 26 minutes remaining, 0-0 the score. The Lumberjacks battling the Pulaski Academy Bruins here live from Warren, Arkansas. Thank you so much for joining us on SalineRiverTV.com. Joel Garay gets it. Tries to get this one over the top. Macias has it. Chips it through to Dubon. A chance. Oh, and just needed to hit that one anywhere but there.
Exactly. Kind of served that one up for the Pulaski Academy goalie, but a good job getting down there and putting a little pressure on him right there. That was a nice sequence.
That was a golden opportunity. You might see one again. Nope. Going to be a foul call and a free kick for Pulaski Academy. And a tough one to take for the striker, Antonio Dubon. He's been pretty solid all year. Offensively for the Lumberjacks, he's been a high-scoring machine for them. Played very well in several matches, had at least 2 goals in 1 or 2 matches, I'm pretty sure. And a few weeks ago when I actually forget who they played. I want to say it was maybe Monticello. It wasn't a conference match. He had a beautiful chip shot right over the keeper. So he's got a lot of talent. This is still a young kid. He's not going to be done here after this year, and that's the important thing. Shot taken. Bowie comes out. He's got it. Again, still score 0-0. And I think the further this game goes without Pulaski Academy being on the board, that's even more of a victory for the Lumberjacks. But the more uncomfortable you can make the Bruins at the back, the better.
Exactly. That's exactly right. And doing a good job right now, really competing with a real good soccer team right here in Pulaski Academy.
Oh, here we go, a chance. Macias tries to get back on side, and he not really sure what Cedeno was thinking there. He had both of his strikers. Macias had gotten back on side, and Dubon was already on side, so either he saw something we didn't see or just miskicked. Now Pulaski Academy with another chance. Clearance taken by Joel Garay. Dubon racing back with Macias. Cleared out. It'll be a Lumberjack throw-in. Again, you're watching Lumberjack Soccer on SalineRiverTV.com, a partner of SalineRiverChronicle.com for all the Lumberjack news, latest from around the river region, and all of the rest of the news from around the river region. Check out SalineRiverChronicle.com. Ball knocked down the right wing. St. John rushing after it, and that's one of the reasons right there why a lot of defenses have trouble with Seth St. John. No reason he should have gotten to that ball before the Bruin defense, yet he did. Didn't get possession, but he caused problems at the back.
Not only, a very athletic kid, obviously, we talked about many times, but he works hard, really seems to enjoy being out there and playing the game.
That ball will be a Lumberjack throw-in Bruin territory. Fernando will take the throw in, gets it into Gray. Pulaski Academy coming up pretty quick. Now they've got possession around midfield. Chips it forward. The ball goes off of Warren. PA throw in. On the right wing, a chance for a cross. Here it comes. Ball cleared away. Nice job. Seth St. John coming back into defense. Once again, PA with a chance for a cross. That ball sails. Actually, shot taken there, I believe. Sails wide, goal kick Lumberjacks. 0-0 with 22 minutes remaining in the first half. Ball gets through back to Garay now. Ball stolen. Nice job right there by the Lumberjack defense. Ball over the top. Dubon's got a chance. Heads it forward. Now he's going to have to pull it back. Gets it over to Carlos Yepes. Shot taken just right at the goalie. And he didn't have a whole lot of momentum right there, Chris. He kind of had to slow down and wasn't able to get much power on the shot. But just a tough placement right there for Yepes.
Well, and the key right there is we're starting to get shots in, which, good things will happen the more shots we're able to take. That's going to stay with PA.
I figure possession's got to be at least 60-40 for PA right now, but or maybe even tighter than that, maybe around 50-50. But Warren's been used to a lot of possession this season against some of the teams that we faced. Shot taken. Bowie tips it away. It will be a corner for PA, really their first chance for a goal here after a couple of, from a set piece at least. And that's one area where Chris Bowie does need to improve a little bit. That ball's hit pretty softly. He's got to be able to catch that and just clear it away. I mean, it doesn't go in, but still that eliminates the opportunity for even a corner. But overall, you have to be very impressed with Chris Bowie so far this season. Macias has it. Oh, nearly had it. Dubon was there, and he was onside. Now Pulaski Academy back on the attack. Looking down that right wing, nobody there, so now Garay has it once again for Warren. Warren doesn't need to get lazy at the back here. Somebody needs to clear it out. A chance for PA. Shot taken. Cut off by Rodriguez. Now pushing forward once again. We got a foul called, and that
It'll be on Pulaski Academy.
Was on PA. So a free kick for the Lumberjacks. The pressure was on by PA, but Warren held. Free kick taken. headed by Pulaski Academy. Now Garay rushing for it, trying to win it in the midfield. Gets it over to Carlos. Over the top. St. John's got it down the right wing. Chance for a cross. Gets it in. And it just not quite the accurate cross you need, though. But, again, nice pressure from the Lumberjacks. He had two of his guys there. Dubon could have possibly been on the end of that one had it gotten in clearer. But nice job by the Lumberjacks of, again, putting pressure on Pulaski Academy.
We've got already 21 minutes in the books. Still a 0-0 game.
PA once again with the chance to take a shot. Nice dribbling skills. Shot taken. It goes wide. Goal kick for the Lumberjacks. And honestly, while Pulaski Academy has had several chances close to goal, I don't really know that they've been that accurate with any of them yet so far, Chris.
Yeah, I agree. They've kind of been all over the place. And, Warren's kind of served some up for PA's goalie, but
We've had several shots on goal, though, and that's the good thing. He has been forced to make a save.
Exactly. Pulaski Academy is just kind of cranking them all over the place.
We got a corner, another opportunity for the Bruins here.
Warren fans will see this Pulaski Academy program, another member of their athletic program this fall. The football Bruins back on the Lumberjack schedule.
Washington clears it away. The Lumberjacks are really going to miss next year, though, the likes of Maurice Washington and Seth St. John, especially on set-piece plays, corners, because of their height. They can simply they've got a straightaway advantage from any set-piece play inside the box, easier chance to get on the other end for a header. And really that isn't just an offensive advantage. That's a defensive advantage. And, of course, Seth St. John's speed alone is going to be really missed come next season. But I think this Lumberjack team overall, Chris, and we can discuss this a little bit over halftime, they've really overachieved in a lot of ways for a first-season team in school's history, first soccer team in Warren High School history. They've done extremely well.
They have, and, like we talked about at times already, they've, got a shot to position themselves into a state tournament berth, and that'd be huge for the program, huge for the next few years as they really try to build off of the foundation they've laid here.
Dubon not going to get to that one, but again, nice idea to try to chip that ball over for him. And next year we may not see this Lumberjack team playing here at Jim Hurley Jr. Stadium. There is some talk about a field being built out at the Warren Baseball Softball Complex. There's already a soccer field out there, but it's really not kept up as well as you would need a high school soccer field to be kept. But there is a chance that the team could be playing out there come next season. That's still not a guaranteed deal from what I understand, but there's an opportunity. And that ball goes wide. Again, a Pulaski Academy shot, not on goal. And we'll take those every day of the week. We've got a couple of substitutions here for the Bruins. Again, no roster for PA that we have or anything like that. Bowie will take the goal kick. PA now has possession. Chip over to the right wing. This is a nice pass from PA. Chance for a cross. Now they cut it back. Warren is going to get a hold of it. We're going to have a foul called.
We've got a guy down here. He's going to work his way to his feet.
Free kick, I believe. Having trouble seeing it. Is that Ezekiel Rodriguez there?
That is 15.
Got a little knock on the ankle, but it's a free kick for the Jacks. So the threat is diminished from Pulaski Academy. Free kick taken. The header back towards the midfield. PA's got another chance. Throw in for the Bruins. 14:44 remaining in the first half. Score still 0-0 from Warren. St. John heads it back towards the middle. Now Fernando Cedeno's got it. Kicks it ahead to Macias. That ball's going to go out. It'll be a Bruin throw-in. Ball cleared away by the Lumberjack defense.
Nice job there. And they
look at this, a chance for Antonio Duvon. Takes the shot, just leans back a little bit. Goal kick for the Bruins. You might like to see him. I mean, it's okay to take that shot there. You had a couple of guys coming forward. It's tough to fault your striker, though, for taking that shot. It's just he's one of your top goal scorers. You hate to not let him if he feels like if he's confident that he can do it. But he did have a couple of trail men coming back. You possibly could have picked up for another shot. But, again, another scoring opportunity for the Jacks. Looks like we're actually going to have a corner kick. I thought it must have been tipped.
Not real sure what the series of events that led to that. It looked like it just straight sailed on him as it left his foot. But
Gray takes the corner kick. Oh, and a chance for the Lumberjacks as that ball was not dealt with by PA. Gray fighting for it and just gets overpowered. And now PA's once again on the attack. Clearance needed, and there it is. PA throw in. That was another opportunity. The Jacks have had two real scoring opportunities here in the first half. Could be 2-0, still 0-0. Fernando trying to use that big frame of his to take possession. But PA remains in control of the ball. Now St. John has it, gets it over, trying to find Macias. Pass a little errant, though. Now Garay rushing forward for it. Again, the Lumberjacks are getting close to taking possession every once in a while, and it just keeps seeming to falling PA's way. And here's another opportunity. Shot taken, it sails high. Goal kick. Warren.
Kind of been the theme of Pulaski Academy shots today. They're high or off the mark. And
well, none of their forwards at this point really look comfortable taking shots to me. Everything's kind of in a rush. And even when Warren's strikers this season have been in a rush to take a shot, it's been a comfortable, smooth-looking strike, and especially with Antonio Dubon. St. John gets it up. Macias hustling for it and just gets beat out for speed. PA does clear it. St. John once again gets the pass from Carlos Yepes. St. John rushing there. Goal! St. John finds it. 1-0 Lumberjacks.
And there was nothing that the Pulaski Academy goalie was going to be able to do right there. That was put right there in the corner.
Gorgeous shot. I honestly thought he just mispassed it for a second. I thought he was trying to find Dubon on the through ball. But instead he finds the back of the net. Net bulges. 1-0 Lumberjacks.
Great job right there, and really no way they were going to be able to defend that.
And that's tough right there with only about 10 minutes remaining in the first half. A real confidence boost for the Lumberjacks. But they've got to hold on here in the first half. Game far from over, obviously. Good job by the Warren defense. Nothing wrong with that tackle. It'll be a Bruin throw-in. You can have a little bit of a shoulder challenge in there. You have to be careful, though, when you get closer to that penalty area. Ball in. Gray tries to clear it. Ball back in off the header. Bruin's going to try to take the shot. Shot taken. Goal. PA. Immediate response. Gorgeous volley. Wow. What a response from the Bruins. So 1-1 the score, and you got to deal with those in the box. Just a clear pass back off the header and takes it off the chest. One kick, beautiful shot.
Man, it looked right there from our perspective, Rob, that weren't real prepared in goal right there. It looked like it kind of caught him by surprise that it came back at him.
Well, you get a lot of traffic inside that area at that point, and it becomes hard to see for a goalie. So you really don't know if he's just trying to pick it up, find out where it's actually coming from. But again, that ball is actually placed in the corner again, so tough for any keeper. But Chris Bowie really didn't have much of a shot on that one either. Nice shot. So all that celebration that our Lumberjacks were able to get in just a few moments ago erased. But hey, again, game far from over. Both teams have shown they can score now. And you might see it open up a little bit more here. Game could get stretched a little bit with both teams gaining a little bit more confidence offensively. Ball cleared away off the right wing. It will be knocked off of the Lumberjacks. Bruin throw in. So 1-1 the score with 8:55 remaining in the first half. Going to be a little bit different from the last match that you and I watched, Chris, where the Lumberjacks, I forget what was the final, 10-0?
10-0 against Northlet.
Got a foul actually called on Macias. Two Bruins went up for the header. Lumberjacks just really have to stay mentally in this, I think, right now, Chris. They've just got to remind themselves, hey, we can score. This thing's, we're in this, we're giving them a fight. Yepes trying to tip it over the top to Dubon. Macias now looking for it. That'll go out. It will be off of Pulaski Academy. Lumberjack throw in. Dubon's throw in taken by PA, and now Joel Gray and Fernando Cedeno trying to get possession. PA retakes it, knocked off of Warren. PA throw in again. I feel a little bit of a tide going towards the Bruins right now. A little bit of momentum. Sometimes I say you're most vulnerable defensively after you just scored, and I think it was pretty true right there. Cross in, Bowie going to have to come forward. Shot deflected, still PA. That ball knocked off. It will be a goal kick for the Lumberjacks. You can see Coach Densmore right there in the bottom portion of your screen talking to Chris Bowie, telling him, come out and get that. There's nothing that says he can't. Ball gets through to Macias, amazingly. Passes about 4 Bruins on its way. Now Fernando Cedeno takes it again, gets it back over the top, trying to find Dubon. Unable to. Ball chipped over the top. It will be a throw-in for the Bruins at about midfield. 6:40 remaining in the first half. 1-1 the score.
And PA bringing in 2 more fresh bodies right here. They've got kind of a rotation going.
Throw in down the right wing. Headed back. Gray has it for the Jacks. Now Yepes takes the header. Macias gets it over to Fernando. Fernando's pass over to Macias. Near midfield. Again, big bodies of PA there in that defense coming forward and taking it away. Ball over the top. Chance for PA. They've got a chance for another shot. Bowie saves it. And luckily that was another shot on goal, but Bowie was right there to save it for the Jacks. Ball goes out. PA throw in. 5:40 remaining in the first. You can stick with us for the halftime report. We'll recap the first half for you. PA again working that right wing. Warren's defense needing to clear it. And it's knocked out. Lumberjack throw in. Gray will take it. Looks like we've got a substitution. I believe Sean Cantrell's going to come off. Seth St. John coming back into the ball game. Gray set for the throw-in. About 5 minutes left. Rodriguez knocks it again over the top. Dubon fighting for it. And he's holding that right ankle. Hopefully he's all right. A little bit of a shin collision.
Ball going to go back to Warren.
And a chance for PA. Shot taken. 2-1 PA. And the Warren defense just really failed right there, Chris. I had a chance to clear that one.
Wasn't much defending going on right there. Tough break right here with under 5 minutes left in the first half.
It came really 10 minutes were remaining, and we were up 1-0, and all of a sudden the Tides turned 2-1. I just felt like PA was really taking the momentum away from this ball game, and Warren's going to have to find that rhythm once again in the second half. PA's just got the confidence right now, and see right there, they're coming after the ball. When Warren's got possession, they're fighting to take it back. And while I like the fact, Chris, that we're trying to work the ball over the top to Devon, we've got to get a little bit more of a passing game going through the midfield. Everything can't just be a Hail Mary over the top. And another chance for PA as that ball goes wide, goal kick. You see our defense right now very nervous back there after 2 goals in pretty quick succession scored. A lot of these kids, and they had this problem when they played in the league during the fall sometimes. They just get a little bit nervous at the back and just want to clear it, clear. Now PA once again with possession. Macias able to win it back for the Lumberjacks. Now Garay working it down the left wing, pushing forward. It'll be a Lumberjack throw-in. 2:30 remaining in the first half. Be nice if the Lumberjacks could maybe find one more goal and tie it up here before we go into the break.
It would be huge in terms of kind of evening out momentum right here for Warren if they could knock one in.
Carlos Yepes takes it. Gets it through. Oh, Macias just called offside. And I believe that was a good call. So 2-1 the score. Pulaski Academy on top of the Lumberjacks, about to go into the halftime break in 1 minute and 50 seconds. Another ball gets through for Pulaski Academy. Chance for a cross. Here it comes. Washington can't get on the end of it. He's got to clear that out of there. Again, PA, another chance for a cross. Cutback shot. Hits the side of the netting. So they're going to say it went off of a Lumberjack, so it will be a corner for Pulaski Academy. Another set-piece chance.
1 minute 20 left right here, Rob, in the first half.
Ball in. Bowie takes it. Nice job. Now Carlos Yepes has a lot of green space. Was hoping Macias could make a run there. It looked like a little bit of miscommunication. And they're going to call a handball on Sean Cantrell. Good call right there by the officials. Bowie catches this one. 45 seconds remaining. So he knocks that one away. Lumberjack throw in with 30 seconds. 30 seconds to go. Jacks need to hurry.
And then we're waiting for the ball to get off the other side of the track here, losing some valuable time.
Lumberjack throw in again with 20 seconds remaining. Ball cleared away. Bruins take it. Got to be careful here with 9 seconds left. Chip over the top. And it will be out, and that will be the half. So Pulaski Academy, after the Lumberjacks take a 1-0 lead, the defense of Warren falls in about a 10-minute span, and the Bruins are able to take a 2-1 lead into the half. We'll be back with the SaloonRiverTV.com halftime report brought to you by the 56th Annual Bradley County Pink Tomato Festival. Don't go anywhere, folks. We've got to post a halftime report coming up after this.
Any good stadium groundskeeper will tell you that the quality and cleanliness of a sports field is essential to a great game. Athletes must be able to compete on pristine ground. The same goes for in the home. If you were to comfortably enjoy your home, it must be cared for in a professional quality manner. Call Beaver's Carpet Cleaning today for a free estimate. Dial 870-820-8762. Beaver's Carpet Cleaning, owner Beaver Ray Smith. Arkansas Superior Federal Credit Union's got it all. In addition to providing great service with a personal touch, Arkansas Superior is member-owned, so profits go back to you, not stockholders. Arkansas Superior offers everything from savings and free checking to auto loans, home loans, and even credit cards. Call 800-643-2160 and see why people are switching to credit unions like Arkansas Superior. Learn more at asfcu.coop and like us on Facebook. Federally insured by NCUA. Jennings Carpet Specialties is a proud sponsor of Lumberjack Live. For professional installation of hardwood, carpet, vinyl, laminate, ceramic, blinds, and commercial flooring, contact Jennings Carpet Specialties at 870-226-3890 or stop by their shop at 212 South Myrtle Street in Warren. Jennings Carpet Specialties, quality you can stand on. Reynold Surveying has 18 years experience in the business and is well qualified to conduct residential, commercial, topographical, large acreage, and land surveying. Give them a call at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556. Again, call Reynold Surveying at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556. Get ready for the 56th annual Bradley County Pink Tomato Festival. This year's festival features headliner Marty Stewart. The festivities will kick off May 31st and last through June 9th. Go ahead and start making your plans today to attend Arkansas's Festival to Remember. Bring the entire family and enjoy the 56th annual Bradley County Pink Tomato Festival.
Welcome back to SalineRiverTV.com's live presentation of Lumberjack Soccer. The Lumberjacks taking on Pulaski Academy today, live from Warren, Arkansas. The score 2-1, Pulaski Academy on top. The Lumberjacks got on the board first after a Seth St. John beautiful strike from just outside the penalty box, found the right corner of the goal. And the Jacks had a 1-0 lead. Pulaski Academy stormed back with just 10 minutes remaining in the first half and scored 2 goals in quick succession, one of them about 30 seconds after the Warren goal was scored. And now that leaves us where we are at 2-1. Lumberjacks with the kickoff here in the second half. And I probably need to change that scoreboard. Guys, can we get the scoreboard changed? I think we can.
And we whiff on a
There we go.
attempt to clear it out right there, and PA going to have the ball with a throw in.
And Pulaski Academy, after they get the throw in the middle of the field, now kick it over to the right side.
They really wasted no time today getting play back started here after the
Down the right wing, cross
half.
in once again. The Jacks have a chance. Ball over the top. Dubon takes it. Can't control it. Now Macias comes forward, fighting for it. And the Bruins will have a goal kick. So that one goes off of Macias. That final touch just a little bit hard. Goal kick for Pulaski Academy. Ball controlled well by the Lumberjacks. And the PA defense having some problems back there as well, keeping control. We've got a foul called. It'll be a free kick for the Jacks. So a chance for the Lumberjacks to get the ball in a dangerous spot. Here's the kick. Kind of low. Gray takes it for the Jacks. Ball knocked away. PA trying to fight for possession. They're able to get it, and they've got a 2-2 situation. Another hard touch for the Bruins. It goes out. Goal kick for the Lumberjacks.
Couldn't quite keep it in right there. A break for Warren. They were in a pretty good situation numbers-wise.
So Bowie comes set for the goal kick. Just not quite going to make it to that midfield line. Yepes takes it, gets it through. Dubon with a chance. Gets it back across. Shot taken. Goal! Antonio Dubon. Tie ball game.
Great shot right there.
2-2. Gorgeous shot.
And a great time to answer here early in the second half.
Game on. Game on, game on.
After really a couple of frustrating goals allowed right there after taking a 1-0 lead.
And that's tough. He had to come back across to his left side of his body. I think he actually took it with his right foot because he is right-footed. But nice shot from Antonio Dubon. So Seth St. John and Antonio Dubon, as St. John took the early lead for the Lumberjacks in the first half, and Pulaski Academy stormed back in the last 10 minutes of the first half to take a 2-1 lead. The Lumberjacks answered very quickly in the second half, and we got a ball game on our hands. And the Lumberjacks have had a pretty successful season. We're late in it right now. And what they've got to be really aware of now is that Pulaski Academy, their first goal in the first half was scored off of right after the Lumberjacks got on the board. So we've got to be very, very aware not to give up anything after relaxing a bit after a goal.
Exactly. It was within probably a minute of Pulaski Academy scoring their first goal after Warren had put one on the board.
So PA, nice slide right there. It'll go off of the Lumberjacks. PA throw in. Throw in taken. And, Chris, that goal, actually, it all started in the midfield. Carlos Yepes was able to win possession over in the midfield, actually keep it, and then the through ball came through. Antonio Dubon used his body nicely. A little bit of a mistake by the PA defense, and Dubon just cut it back over to the left side. And a one-touch, really an instinct-type shot, and he gets the goal. And all the goals so far today, Chris, have really been put in places where the goalies didn't have much of a chance.
You're exactly right.
And a chance for a cross on the right wing for the Bruins. Another chance as they cut it back towards the middle of the park. Ball chipped over. St. John heads it back over, trying to find DeBon. Now St. John kicks it over to the left side. Macias hustling over there, trying to keep it in fair play. And it looks like we may have, ball's going to be called out. Thought we might have a foul called there on a shoulder charge, but tough break for the Lumberjacks as there was no call made, and it'll be a throw-in for Pulaski Academy. Again, 2-2 the score with 35 minutes, so actually 34:45 remaining in the second half. And Dubon again creating pressure at the back on PA. And we've got PA's goalie comes out. He's got it. Here's his clearance kick. Washington chips it. Bowie's going to pick it up. He's played pretty well today. Still having a little bit of trouble coming out on a few set-piece plays. That ball, look at that kick. Nice kick from Bowie. If somebody could get on the end of that one, we've got a chance. He does have a leg on him, I'll say that.
Yeah, that he does. A very athletic kid, as we've talked about. Was going to be kicked out of bounds. Warren going to take control.
And the nice thing about Chris Bowie is, number one, he's very athletic back there. He's not overly tall, but he's big enough that he causes a problem in the target of the goal, and yet he's athletic enough. He can make dives. He can jump. You've watched him play basketball before. And anybody who has watched him play basketball before, Chris Bowie can jump higher than anybody I've ever seen on the high school level, I think. He just gets massive height and hang time. His hang time is just unbelievable. So that can really help him playing the position of keeper. Yepes gets it in the midfield for the Lumberjacks. Knocked away as he clears it. Actually trying to just push forward there. And PA was putting a little bit of pressure on him, and it'll be a throw-in for the Bruins. Of course, Pulaski Academy obviously out of Little Rock. It's kind of odd to think of them in our conference, but that's what this game is, a conference matchup.
Got a very important conference matchup from what we understand as the Lumberjacks play for a bid in the 4A state tournament. And that'll be played at Burns Park in Little Rock.
We got a foul called on the Lumberjacks. And Fernando Cedeno kind of flirting with maybe a yellow card. He's gotten several foul calls on him today. I think on the next one you might see a yellow card come out. Free kick in the box. Going to sail high, though. Really not a good kick at all, as it does sail too high. It'll be a goal kick for the Lumberjacks. Bowie will take it. 32 minutes remaining in the second half. 2-2 the score. Lumberjacks making a day of it. They're making the Bruins work for it. Again, the girls' game was just prior to this one. And the Lady Jacks actually fell to Pulaski Academy's girls, who have had several state championships, might I add, by a score of 8-0.
Yeah, an outstanding girls soccer program there at Pulaski Academy. And prior to that match, the Lumberjack girls have been playing very, very well as of late.
And Warren put a little bit of pressure on the PA defense, but they are able to hold, finally clears it away, and the Lumberjacks will have a throw-in now right around midfield. You could tell in the first game, in that girls' game, that the Pulaski Academy girls team really knew how to pass. They were a great, crisp passing team. Held a lot of possession in that game. I don't know if Warren had more than 30% possession. It was probably that bad, maybe even worse. But just a very good Pulaski Academy girls team. Again, Warren still pressing forward, continuing this game, getting stretched a little bit. St. John puts that one down. Now he's got it pushing down the right wing. The PA defense is able to recover, and it'll be a throw-in for the Bruins. And they get it ahead. Chance for, he's offside, luckily. The call was made, and the shot's no good anyway, but he was offside. Close call right there. That's a tough one to make for that line judge.
But we're going to boot it away again when we inch into the inch closer to the 30-minute mark here in the second half.
I think the other big difference that we've seen today, Chris, a lot fewer substitutions than we've seen this season so far in games. We've had a few, but not nearly as many as we've had in the past, especially that Norfolk game. But that Norfolk game was pretty out of hand.
That's a good point. We've only seen one kid come off the bench today, and that was Cantrell. That's the only kid we've seen enter the ball game from the bench. He's given two guys a rest. St. John's gotten at least one rest, and part of that is he attacks. I mean, and he's got to have a rest every once in a while out there. This is a game where you do have to work hard, but you also have to pace yourself throughout a match. So you can't go full blast 24/7. I mean, you got halves of 40 minutes in length. You got to be able to go all 80. Cleared away by the Lumberjacks. Throw in for PA. Ball actually stays in play somehow, and now it'll be a throw in for the Bruins. Down the right wing. Throw in knocked out. It'll be Lumberjack throw in now. Tough spot to be in for the Lumberjacks down here in their own corner of the field. Clearance tries to be made. Finally, it is. St. John pressing forward. Hey, whoa. We got a little bit too much action right there, I do believe.
We will see. We've got
on number 11 for PA got a little bit excited.
And so we will have 2 yellow cards, actually. So St. John's going to come off. Cantrell's going to come on. And that's a little bit of that spark you see of Seth St. John. So both players given yellow cards. And you have to be cautious now. Once you get that yellow, a second yellow sends you off, and you don't want to lose him. You may need him later in this game. So give him a little rest, give him a little spell. Gray takes the free kick, ball in. And we've got a foul called in the box.
Beginning to get a little bit more physical as it goes on here.
And both teams really pushing for it. And that's just a case of 2 players going after the ball. Nothing malice in that. And I think part of this is you've got a Pulaski Academy team that's used to has had a lot of success in the past, and they've kind of been knocked in the mouth today a little bit by the Lumberjacks. Of course, as the yellow card for St. John's an important one, but again, that's just a little bit of that's his personality and his just attack nature. Got another yellow card given. Actually, a yellow card given to Pulaski Academy, I believe. And suddenly the cards are starting to rack up.
I tell you what, the last 26 minutes of this match may be interesting here. We're getting.
I believe it was handed down to number 2 of PA, but I'm not positive.
We're starting to see sparks fly a little bit here.
Free kick taken. Gray not able to get it over. Finally cleared away. It'll go deep into Bruin territory. Cantrell tries to control it. PA's got it once again off the header. Tracking back. And the Lumberjacks have to be careful right here also, Chris, just to stay mentally into this game, not get overly excited and angry. They've just got to play with a controlled sense of urgency. We've heard that term a lot. And the pass, trying to find Macias down that left wing. Unable to. PA clears it. Lumberjack throw in. Looks like St. John's going to come back on after a little spell. Again, he's playing with a yellow card now. pushing forward, and that's where we've had problems today, down that right wing. Throw in for the Lumberjacks. And that clearance is miskicked. Bruin throw in down the left side, actually down the right side, I apologize. So 25 minutes remaining in the second half. 2-2 the score. Important matchup for the Jacks this season. Taking on the Pulaski Academy Bruins in a big conference matchup. Both teams really struggling right now to find a breakthrough. And right now the Bruins putting a little bit of pressure on that Warren defense.
Still a 2-2 match here. A little over 24 minutes left.
PA trying to control it inside the box. Cleared away finally. Again, they're pushing forward. We've got a foul called on Pulaski Academy. Free kick for the Jacks. Position was held by Macias. So they will push forward a little bit. Gray and Macias will come forward along with Duvon and Yepes. And St. John, ball over the top, almost corralled by Duvon. And Lumberjack defense has to rush to get back. Gray, the first one there in the midfield area. Hits Yepes in the back. Nice blocked pass. Cleared away. Bruin throw in. The throw in taken. Again, St. John playing with that yellow card. Has to be very careful out there not to get a second.
That guy's tangled up again here on the field. It's out of play.
And it will be the officials. Neither one of them can make up their mind.
We got this guy on the sideline here by Warren's coaches is pointed
initially for the Lumberjacks and then actually changed his mind. And the field official did not make the call. Obviously, he wasn't really in a spot where he could. St. John pushing forward, going to be cleared away by the Bruins. Lumberjack throw in. So St. John will take the throw in for the Lumberjacks. Trying to find Yepes. Ball knocked out of play again. Throw in for the Jacks. This time he's looking for Devon. Cut off by Pulaski Academy. Lumberjack throw in again. Kind of walking it down the field along the line. Gets it in the box. Gray takes the shot on the volley. Pulaski Academy's goalie comes out and gets it. Might like to see a little bit more controlled effort there offensively for the Jacks, but they're putting a little pressure on PA.
That one kind of keeps straight up in the air there. Washington misses the header attempt.
Maurice has had a decent day, but a struggling one at that. Really, he's been pretty solid down that left wing, playing the right back position today. Only problem is he's had a little bit of trouble with some clearances, and that was one of those situations. But overall, he's played really well today. I've been pleased with it. I've been pleased with most of our defense. Again, we've had a little trouble down the right wing, but Pulaski Academy's had at least really two great shots that just happened to find some locations where it really wasn't anything anybody could do about it. Yepes blocks it. Washington trying to clear it away for the Lumberjacks. Finally going to be cleared away. And Washington warned by the official about something. Not sure what he saw, but chance for a cross in for PA. Shot taken, sails high.
A little too much on it.
And you're starting to see a little bit of frustration out there right now from the Bruins. A couple of guys kind of lowering their heads a little bit. They're having trouble breaking down the Warren defense, and they're feeling pressure at the back as well. So maybe we can exploit that here late as we move into the later portions of this half. Dubon tracking forward. Ball takes a really high bounce. Macias and Dubon trying to control it. Macias takes it all the way back. Garay tries to get the pass back. Taken by Pulaski Academy. Washington still can't quite clear it away. Finally cleared. We got an offsides call as St. John was off. And that was a good call right there by the linesman. It's tough to really be onside when you get a pass like that from one of your center backs. You're kind of watching play, not really aware that a pass is fixing to come your way from that type of distance, but still have to be aware of it and try to get onside as quickly as possible whenever your team does win back possession. Again, Pulaski Academy's size really playing a factor at those center back positions. Washington again trying to clear it. Not able to. Bruin throw in. Chance for a ball in. Decides not to take it. They're working it forward. Shot taken. Sails high.
Good grief.
Just lean back a little bit. I don't know how many shots Pulaski Academy's had today, but I would suspect only 2 of them or 3 of them have been on target. One of them was saved, and the other 2 found the back of the net.
You're exactly right. Everything else has been extremely erratic all through this match today.
St. John gets it over to Yepes. Now Pulaski Academy wins possession back. Warren's got to be careful. Again, that little bit of handball right there from St. John. Actually, it's called, the officials calls advantage PA. So keep playing. One back by Garay, and it will go out. Bruin throw in. I think some of the Bruins would have liked to have seen that handball called for a free kick, but the official sometimes just wants to let play keep going if he sees an advantage for one team. And I like that. I mean, it keeps the flow to the game going. It's a tough rule because sometimes your shot taken just wide. Luckily, I think Bowie actually had that tracked pretty well. He was right on the edge of the box whenever it crossed, but still dangerous not to close that ball down earlier. He's got to get that ball higher though on his goal kicks. Now Garay takes it. Chips it over the top, trying to find Fernando Cedeno, and it goes out of play. Again, Bruin throw in. The Lumberjacks have to work to keep a little bit more possession here than they are right now. 17 minutes remaining, 2-2 the score. Live from Warren. The Warren Lumberjacks taking on Pulaski Academy. The ball goes out. It will be a goal kick. Chris Bowie will take it for the Jacks. Real back and forth game so far, Chris. It really has been the entire time.
You're exactly right. It's been a lot of fun to watch. Both teams really getting after it. Obviously an important game on both sides. Conference standing, and as they inch, both teams inch.
Ball gets through. Macias pushing forward. PA unable to save it. Oh, and they call it off of the Lumberjacks. I really thought PA might have gotten the last touch on that. Ball knocked out. Lumberjack throw in. Ball gotten in. Garay's got it. Just chips it ahead. We got a foul called, it looks like. Actually, they're going to say it's off. Wow. Interesting. No call there.
It's been an interesting ball game in terms of what's been whistled, what hasn't, the number of whistles that we've seen today.
We had, I think 3 yellow cards given out in a 3-minute span, but other than that, there hasn't really been many. fouls called at all, and the ones that have, they've just been kind of overlooked and given free kicks. And that, I'm not saying it should have gone Warren's way. I actually think the number of fouls that we've seen so far today from Fernando, he probably could have one. I'm glad he doesn't so far, but he could have one. He's had at least probably 3 fouls.
Well, and that's true. The biggest surprise to me is the number that we've seen today as opposed to the number that we've
Got
seen.
a foul called. Free kick opportunity for the Jacks. And this is in a dangerous spot. A little far out, but still a chance. Maybe get a ball in for a header.
Under the 15-minute mark now, Rob.
Joel Gray will take it. 2-2 the score with 14 minutes remaining. Shot taken. Just not much power on it, and the Bruin goalkeeper takes it. He clears that one away. Back towards the midfield. Now Garay has it for the Jacks. Gets it over to St. John. St. John kicks it forward down the right wing. Dubon trying to get there. He may get it. Has a chance. Oh, and it's stolen. Nice play by Pulaski Academy. It'll be a throw-in for the Lumberjacks.
Tremendous effort right there by Dubon to even get down there in that picture with that.
Seth working. That ball knocked in. Cleared away by the Bruin keeper. Throw in Warren. So Warren needing a little bit of sense of urgency offensively. Got a chance to put some pressure on. And he thought Seth was going to come forward there. Obviously, pretty bad miscommunication between the two. Cleared away. Warren's there. Yeah, knocked over the top. It'll be a throw in for the Bruins as it goes out along that right side. 13:40 left in the half. Left in this ball game. Throw in taken. And the PA center backs are really starting to push forward more and more. And I'm actually, Chris, not sure what their record is this season, but this could be a pretty important match for them as well.
Well, you're getting into that time of the year that everybody wants to start playing well now. As they start to get into their tournament play, everybody wants to kind of peak at this time of the year. And, I'm sure, obviously we know what it means for Warren, but I'm sure PA wants to win it too as they try to get ready for a state tournament run.
St. John trying to get there, not able to save it. We're going to have a substitution for Pulaski Academy. Looks like one of their midfielders is going to come off. They're going to move actually, the substitute's going to go to right back, though. Somebody's moving up. Not sure who is. Ball in. PA's got a chance. Shot taken. 3-2. Beautiful shot.
A great shot right there by Pulaski Academy. A clutch shot right there by a pretty good program, and it'll be nice to see how Warren responds right here.
Well, and again, that's a ball in that we just didn't deal with. We had a chance to. It was there. Had a chance for the clearance. We just look really nervous at the back all the time. That's tough. Tough one to take. Again, one of the 4 PA shots that's been on target. The rest of them have been tough shots, but now we've got a player down, and it's trying to find a number here. It may be Joel Gray. And that's exactly who it is. He's up, though. Looks like he may have taken a shot to the head. And we'll have a substitution kick here. Warren will probably kick it away since the official did stop play.
Clock's still running here. A lot of time coming off the clock.
It's kind of a little jump ball, I would assume. Handball called on PA. That's another rule that I just learned about. Apparently you can't have what is essentially a spot kick that is available for 2 different players. Now Warren's really got to push forward. Only 10 minutes left. PA will be working extra hard at the back to try to preserve this lead. If it goes out, it'll be a throw-in for the Lumberjacks. Macias has it. Gets it back to Garay. Garay. PA's there. They win back possession. Now they're pushing down the right wing. Speed is winning out. Bowie going to let that one go as it crosses his face, and will be a goal kick for the Lumberjacks, needing to get some depth here on this kick. Try to really push forward as quickly as possible and get several opportunities offensively. And if the Jacks end up losing this one 3-2, it's going to be a tough loss to take. Because, of course, if this game was tied in a conference match, you go, I guess, straight to PKs.
And, Warren's played well. They've played well. Both teams have played real well. And, it'll be disappointing for whoever has to leave here tonight as a losing squad. But Warren still got some time here. Still 9 minutes, 37 seconds.
Here's the corner kick taken. Again, Warren's got to deal with that and clear that out of there before it even hits the ground. Somebody's got to want to get that. And a missed shot taken by PA again. Shot taken this time. Hits the...
Oh, bye.
And it goes out. Boy, that shot was from a distance. They've got a couple of goal scorers out there that have legs on them. 9 minutes exactly left. 3-2 the score. And again, PA winning the battle in the midfield until finally Gray and Yepes able to fight it away. Now PA has it again. Another chance for a Pulaski Academy goal. Finally, the Jacks defense holds. And that's got to be a foul. Surprised I'm not seeing the yellow card come out. Wow. And that may be his first offense, but it was a pretty blatant offense. And Pulaski Academy wins the battle again. Washington tracking back. Uh-oh, this isn't good. Bowie picked it up outside the box. So that'll be an automatic free kick. He just kind of lost where he was. Ball blocked. St. John with it. Now Macias. Pulaski Academy blocks it. Now Macias picks it back up once again. Trying to work that left wing. Free kick for the Jacks.
We got another player down here, Rob. He's going to try to work his way back to his feet. Seen several Lumberjack players down at times today.
So Joel Gray will take the free kick for the Lumberjacks. We need to get some bodies in there, try to get a header on the end of it. Ball, low kick. And the Jacks really not organized at that point. Kind of waste that opportunity. We've got another free kick for the Lumberjacks as the foul was called. 6:38 remaining in the ball game. 3-2 the score. Pulaski Academy on top of the Lumberjacks. We need a tying goal here. The official gets the wall pushed back a little bit. Dubon will take it. Here's his free kick. Oh, looking for that far corner and just not enough power on it. Not a bad opportunity there for the Lumberjacks. And Maurice Washington again misses that header.
5:50 left, Rob, right here in the second half.
And PA at this point, they're just going to be content with trying to run the clock down here. Really not sure why he took that shot. Cleared away by Bowie. Dubon loses out on that header. Free kick again for the Jacks. Five minutes exactly remaining. 3-2. Lumberjacks down. Ball gets through, but the goalie of Pulaski Academy has it, and they've got a player down, but he finally gets back up. Hopefully he's all right. They're working that right wing once again. Chance for a cross. Cross in. Washington clears it. It'll be a corner for Pulaski Academy. Under 5 minutes now. 4:25 remaining in the ball game. Here's the corner kick. Oh, and Bowie just missed it as he comes out. Dangerous for the Lumberjacks. PA again has possession. Ball over the top, and it will go out of play. It'll be a Lumberjack throw-in.
Warren desperately has to get something going right here. Time ticking away.
Want to invite any of you out there who are in the southeast Arkansas area, anywhere in South Arkansas, in fact, Saturday at this coming Saturday, May 5th at 7 p.m. Come to the Warren Cultural Center in Warren, Arkansas to watch a free film, a documentary film called Timber. It's a documentary on the history of the timber industry in this portion of the state. 7 o'clock p.m. May 5th at the Warren Cultural Center. Ball cleared away by PA. Lumberjack throw in with 3:25 remaining. Ball taken by the Lumberjacks. Dubon trying to get a hold of it. Pulaski Academy now has it. Now back to Joel Garay of Warren. He cuts it back in the midfield. Ball won again by PA. Their midfield, the battle's really being won in that area. Cleared away. Carlos Yepes takes it. Warren has a chance. Got to hurry, though. Macia, oh, we might have a foul called, and we do. And that's going to be a card. A yellow card given, so the player, one of the better defensemen of PA, it was a bad collision. Trying to see who exactly is down. That's Omar Macias. He's back up. Hopefully he's all right. Another free kick for the Lumberjacks. Again, pretty far out. Tough to find the goal from this region, but you might be able to find a ball close enough in to get a header off of it. Dubon's going to take it, and he's really the goal scorer, so he might try to get this one in. Figured if they were just trying to get a ball in for a header, Joel Garay might take it. But here is the shot from Dubon, and it is wide of goal. So time really winding down now. Really probably only one more offensive possession opportunity maybe for the Jacks with 1:50 remaining in this ball game. Going to be a heartbreaker for the Lumberjacks if we end up not able to get a tying goal. Really looking for that late equalizer. And number 10, who just got the yellow card for the Bruins, comes back on. PA controls it on the left side. Through ball. Pass complete. Shot taken well wide. Bowie's got to take it in a hurry. 1:20 remaining. Got to get it forward. And the actual goal kick finds a Bruin instead. Ball cleared away. Lumberjack throw in with 1 minute remaining. Lumberjacks needing to find that late equalizer. Otherwise, it's going to be a 3-2 defeat. PA's got possession. They clear it. Pushed forward again. Now PA's got it again. Advantage call. There was a foul called on Warren.
Just seconds left here, Rob. Under 40.
Ball cleared. It'll be a throw-in for the Lumberjacks, but only 35 seconds left. We got to get it in a hurry. Need a ball. Not looking good for the Lumberjacks. Just got to get something going. That's not going to help the situation as PA has possession again. Trying to push it forward. 16 seconds left. It'll be a PA throw-in. Eight seconds left, and this will be the ball game. PA is going to end up winning it 3-2. And that is the game. A 3-2 win for Pulaski Academy and a 3-2 defeat for the Lumberjacks. Tough one to take for Warren. Needed to hold on. That late goal by PA, really three magnificent shots for the Bruins. Otherwise, they really weren't on target much at all today, but they were on target enough. And the Jacks only able to get 2 goals, one from St. Seth John early in the first half. And then the second one, of course, came, I believe it was, who was the second one from again, Chris?
I do not remember.
I believe it was, goodness gracious, I need to write these things down. Trying to remember who was that second goal from. The second goal. Antonio Dubon. That's correct. Antonio scored it as he got an over-the-top pass and cut through. So Seth St. John and Antonio Dubon both on the board for the Lumberjacks. But the Bruins get 3. They win it 3-2. We'll be right back after these messages.
Any good stadium groundskeeper will tell you that the quality and cleanliness of a sports field is essential to a great game. Athletes must be able to compete on pristine ground. The same goes for in the home. If you were to comfortably enjoy your home, it must be cared for in a professional quality manner. Call Beaver's Carpet Cleaning today for a free estimate. Dial 870-820-8762. Beaver's Carpet Cleaning, owner Beaver Ray Smith. Any good stadium groundskeeper will tell you that the quality and cleanliness of a sports field is essential to a great game. Athletes must be able to compete on pristine ground. The same goes for in the home. If you were to comfortably enjoy your home, it must be cared for in a professional quality manner. Call Beaver's Carpet Cleaning today for a free estimate. Dial 870-820-8762. Beaver's Carpet Cleaning, owner Beaver Ray Smith. Arkansas Superior Federal Credit Union's got it all. In addition to providing great service with a personal touch, Arkansas Superior is member-owned, so profits go back to you, not stockholders. Arkansas Superior offers everything from savings and free checking to auto loans, home loans, and even credit cards. Call 800-643-2160 and see why people are switching to credit unions like Arkansas Superior. Learn more at asfcu.coop and like us on Facebook, federally insured by NCUA. Jennings Carpet Specialties is a proud sponsor of Lumberjack Live. For professional installation of hardwood, carpet, vinyl, laminate, ceramic, blinds, and commercial flooring, contact Jennings Carpet Specialties at 870-226-3890 or stop